Hi everyone, this is the Swamper here. Finally got my first video up, and I wanted to talk to you about an experiment I've done on several groups of players. But since this is my first video, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the many YouTube posters and uploaders out there. You guys have really helped to invigorate me and motivate me, and so many good ideas and new ways of thinking that you've really breathed new life into my game. So thank you all to that. I'd mention names, but I'm sure I'd forget someone. But I'm a frequent commenter, so you've probably seen my comments on your videos, and you already know that I enjoy what you do. So thank you, and please continue to make more. Okay, so this experiment I did on my players. This was done in D&D, but it could be done in any system. It doesn't really matter. I noticed a pattern amongst my groups. I was running two groups simultaneously on different nights of the week. And one thing that they shared in common was that they both had a really insatiable curiosity. They couldn't not investigate anything. Every barrel they would come across would be cracked open. Every crate would be smashed, every box, so on and so forth. Even if I put in not so subtle warning signs, they would still have to know what was behind the door or in the chest or whatever. So what I did was I set out to create the most blatant, obvious trap I could think of. And what I came up with was like this. The party's traveling through the woods, and they come into a large clearing, and there's a big pond in the center of the clearing. Now, against a tree around the pond, there's a sign tacked to the tree. And beneath the sign, on the ground, is a metal plate about 4 feet square with 2 yellow feet on it. Looks kind of like this. Next to the pad, sticking out of the ground, is a lever about 4 feet high, and the sign tacked to the tree reads as follows: Trap. To operate trap, 1, stand on yellow feet, 2, pull lever. The parties inevitably try to trick the trap. They put rocks on it, they tie a rope around the lever, they maybe put a corpse on it. None of this works. Invariably, someone volunteers, they stand on the feet, they pull the lever, and the plate goes sproing and sends the hapless volunteer sailing through the air to land in the middle of the pond. Not only did I find this amusing, it was also interesting and curious to me that virtually every party set this trap off, even though it's utterly avoidable. I guess they see it as like a wet paint sign where you have to touch it to confirm that what the sign is telling you is true or something. I'm not sure. But it also taught me a lesson in that if you look for patterns in your players' modus operandi, the way they do things, you can spot frequent commonalities and assumptions that the players make. And by putting in things like this, you can challenge those assumptions and force them to think in different ways. Anyway, that's it. I thought it was an amusing and interesting story. I encourage anyone out there to try this. I would love to see how that plays out for other groups. If you have any questions or comments, please post them below. I hope you enjoyed my first video, and I hope to do more soon. Thanks.